You checked out.
Checked out.
Me and Dave, we became friends. We were roommates in Brooklyn. We would go to the Blockbuster, rent the old UFCs. It was like Ultimate Knockouts, Ultimate Submissions. They had like a series of videos. And who was it? Mark Lehman. He would teach you how to do moves.
Sure, yeah.
Like in the, there was like a segment where it's like, hey kids at home, here's how you do a fucking armbar. So me and Dave, literally living in the shittiest, dirtiest apartment with like garbage everywhere and beer bottles everywhere, we would have grappling matches with our buddy Wes. My cauliflower ear didn't come from jiu-jitsu. This is from Dave Smith. He would literally open hand smack. We had open hand smacking rules. And he would open hand smack me in the ear.
Political pundit. Maybe the best political pundit alive.
Yeah.
How weird is that?
I'm going to assassinate him.
Dave was a pothead wigger who was grappling amongst garbage with me.
That's so funny.
That's how he started his
career.
career.
On my couch for a couple years.
Did you guys ever imagine he was going to be that good at like political commentary?
You know what? I shouldn't say no. I didn't know he was going to go to be that kind of big in it. The fact that he is great at it doesn't surprise me at all. But
his recall's nuts.
It's interesting how like because I said this was just a guy at a time. I said we smoked pot. We essentially raised my daughter like a gay couple during the day. Then my ex-wife would come home, and then we head into the city and meet up with Lewis.
How many times did your ex-wife accuse you of doing gay shit with Dave?
Several. You know what's funny? Before one of the reasons I was able to give while I was leaving when I left was I went in her thing to see if she was. I was like, I should see if she's cheating also. Right. And I went to her computer, and it was nothing about her cheating at all. It was several times looking up what to do when you find out your husband is gay. I was like, what?
That's such
imagine being a woman married to a guy and thinking he's secretly sneaking away and sucking cock.
That's a video that just went viral recently. The girl like caught her boyfriend or husband.
It looked staged. I saw that.
You saw that? You think it was staged? I don't think so, dude. I don't think she's that good of an actress.
I think a lot of these are staged.
They might be. I mean,
a lot of them are staged.
She was losing her mind. She's like, "You're fucking that guy? You're fucking him, Chris? Really?"
Cheaters getting caught by their significant others, though. As much as I felt that pain, I love those videos. That's a rabbit hole I've gone into.
Remember the show Cheaters? And the guy got stabbed on a boat?
All fake.
Yeah. All fake?
All fake.
I believe it.
I've talked to so many people who've worked at Cheaters before and stuff, and recently I wanted to be the host. They brought Peter Guns from Lord Tariq and Peter Guns, Uptown Baby. Remember that song?
Yeah.
He became the newest host. Before him, it was Gary or Clark Gable the third. It was like Clark Gable's grandson. Seriously, it was like Clark Gable the third or something. Hosted. He died from a drug overdose. The original guy who hosted it was a guy named Tommy Habib. He was pretty great at it. Then the little guy got stabbed. Fake, completely fake.
Do you remember Morton Downey Jr.?
Of course.
He was the best.
The mouth.
He was the best.
Yeah, he would just smoke on the show and just yell at people. He's like, all right, so you're a Nazi. Here's the Jewish Defamation League. Let's bring him out to fight.
This is what's crazy. There was a guy who used to work as a doorman at one of the comedy clubs, like a wannabe comedian, and he would also get jobs on these reality shows. And the way it would work, they'd call him up. Hey, we're looking for someone whose brother had an affair with his wife, and he just found out. He goes, what a coincidence. My brother just had, like, that would be the thing. They'd go, great, come on in. And we're looking for a guy who came back from Vietnam, very disillusioned, you know, whatever the fuck it is. They would just say that to him, and he'd go, great. And they knew it was bullshit, and he would just show up and act it. They would just give him so you came back from Vietnam, and what did you discover there? And he would just start talking.
Well, when it's real, it goes bad. They had the one thing where the guy, it was Jenny Jones, that ruined her fucking career completely. The guy
was in love with the guy.
Yeah, they were like, hey, I'll do the show, but it's not going to be a guy, right, who's like into me. And they were like, no. And then it was, now he's friends with two people, a big fat girl and a gay guy. And the big fat girl was sitting out there. And he was like, oh, shit. Okay. And they go, no, it's not her. And they bring out the guy. And he goes, oh, you lied to me. And his face is real, like, embarrassed. And he killed the gay guy later. And that ruined Jenny Jones' career completely.
Yeah, you know, Jenny Jones was a comic, and she used to do, like, all-girls night. So at the club, like, you couldn't even be in the club. So they would do, like, a show where it would be all-girl waitstaff, all-girl everything, all-girl audience.
It's the least funny show ever.
Jesus Christ.
Well, they might have
funny,
talk about girl
the service
things.
is slow, the math is wrong.
And then she
But the
no
place
security,
was clean as shit.
No security, Latina gang fights in every bathroom.
I think it was just a regular club. It's just they just only got female staff to run everything.
That's great. You sometimes see that. It was like an all-female comedy festival. You're
Imagine
like,
if you tried to do an all-male comedy festival.
it'd be hilarious. We have it, Skankfest.
Be a good festival. Have you seen that?
There's a few girls show up.
Did
to
you
that.
ever see that there's like, I forget, there's some shift in some town where their brag is like, and this shift is all 100% female police officers. I'm like, well, now we know the time and place, dude.
Let's loot.
Yeah. Take over this fucking city, dude.
They'll do that with on a flight. I wasn't on it, but I've seen it where it's like, it'll be like, just so you know, today, all of the flight attendants and our captain and co-captain are female. You're like, what?
God
Let me off this
Christ.
fucking flight right now.
Wasn't that the case in Toronto where the plane flipped upside down? I think that
No,
was
that's
that.
the movie Flight with Denzel Washington.
No.
They woke you up
No,
and they were
no,
like,
no.
hey, do you know how to
The
read
lady,
a map?
she came in hot. She came in hot on the landing and flipped the plane.
Oh, yeah, when it
you
landed
see
upside
that?
down, I did. Yeah.
Bro.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that was one of them deals.
If I get a female Uber driver, I rebook my Uber.
Oh, my God.
They drive so slow and by like the laws.
Oh, my
Why
God,
not
an
just
Asian
get a
woman.
Waymo?
I did. I've been in Waymo twice.
Because, dude, an Asian woman driver is the worst. There's a lot of that in New York City sometimes.
Yeah.
It's crazy. And they are slow, and they do not change lanes. And it is brutal to sit there in the back and not yell.
I know. And then they're going exactly the speed limits. You can't complain.
Yeah.
Like, please break the law. This
Did you
is
see
crazy.
that guy who was one of the producers of Top Gear in the UK? He got his license revoked because he went 24 miles an hour in a 20-mile-an-hour zone. They took his license away for
That's
6
crazy.
months.
What a weird.
Is it how rough is England?
That town needs a Mexican uprising, it sounds like.
Sounds like they did an English uprising. That
dude,
is
20, it's,
fucking
but
bananas.
it is 20. I was just driving from Manchester to London. When you get into London, the speed limit is 20 miles an hour.
That is so crazy.
It's insane.
How many
Like,
kilometers
so
per
slow.
hour is that?
I don't know, but
Wow.
because my driver had it was in miles per hour, like his speedometer, and it was 20 miles an hour he was going, and it just feels like you're in slow motion. It's insane.
Well, do they always use miles per hour? I think they use kilometers, right?
No, I
Yeah.
think they
Canada
do. Yeah.
uses kilometers.
I thought they used
right?
kilometers, but
So-
this car specifically had miles per hour on the speedometer.
Aren't we like?
But you were on the
only-
wrong side of the road?
Yeah,
Is that weird?
I
You're
when
a
I was,
bad driver on the right side of the road.
Well, I wasn't driving. I did drive
Oh.
in Jamaica, so because that was an English-owned country
Territory.
So they're on the opposite side as well. And I rented mopeds when I was in Jamaica, and you get used to it very quickly. Like you think it's going to really turn you around, but like whatever it is, your mind just flips it, and that's
No,
that.
as soon as I drive into Canada, right away, we've been Canada signs. I'm like, oh, no. Oh, no.
Here we go. We got to go ooh east,
Yeah. Oost.
oost.
Nord.
How many different countries use inches and miles an hour? Doesn't everybody use kilometers now? Doesn't everybody use the metric
I still
system?
think they're wrong.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They tried it on us when I was in high school.
Really?
Yeah, they tried to introduce the metric system as if this is going to be the thing that we all accept, and everybody's like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
Antiquated.
Not in this country, bitch.
I don't follow the Dewey Decimal System either.
Nope.
Suck my dick, old people.
Whoa, fuck your kilograms.
Yeah.
It's a weird thing that one country just says, nah, we can't learn it.
Fuck that.
I mean, how many countries have it? How many countries have inches? I think it's maybe England.
It says the UK, USA, and Canada keep miles per hour.
Oh, so is that what is England has miles per hour?
Oh, no, they have it like it's double, but it's their main thing is definitely kilometers for sure.
Yeah,
So-
so everything else, it's
Everything else is kilometers. So it's like 6 countries that have kilometer or miles per hour.
well,
Or inches.
It's just weird that we didn't. I still don't know.
I feel like,
when
dick,
I go
I feel
to
like dick is inches in every
You think so?
place.
My,
I do.
my dick is
Probably.
36 decimeters.
Yeah,
Just so
nobody's
you guys
talking about
know.
that.
26,000 kilgometers. Do you know? Guys know what? Do you guys have a
Vast majority
do you guys have a,
countries use kilometers per hour. 9% of the world uses miles per hour. U.S. being the notable example. Interesting.
Oh, so it's all the UK. I wasn't wrong.
When I was in England for the fights, they measure people in stone. So they say 10 stone, and then
I have no idea what that means.
I think it's 230 pounds. I think is it 13 pounds each stone? It's a weird old timey fucking measure, but you have to say it. You
Was
say
it
at
actually
the way-
based off of
fighting.
stones?
I think so.
Probably,
14
right?
pounds.
Yeah, I think
So
it-
14 pounds. So that would be 240 pounds, 10 stone.
I think it was actually like a fucking scale, justice scale with like the person on one side and stones on the other. I think it's what it comes from.
I do like England though. It's shitty food, but it's still just a cool. Like
you
London's
like
a cool
being
town.
the only circumcised person in a room, you piece of shit.
So no, 10 stone's 140 pounds, right? You said it's 14 pounds per?
yeah.
Okay. 20 stone would be 240 pounds. So then you'd have to say the like 5 stone 9 ounces, then say the fucking pounds afterwards. It's weird. Like, why? We're talking about weird things to keep holding on to. Stone. That's a strange one.
Do you go and see the places, any of those weird destinations for UFC?
I definitely have. Yeah. London's cool. It's interesting. You'd go into a bar that's a 500-year-old place. It's weird. Like, there's some old shit in that town.
Oh yeah.
You know.
And you see how New York was like designed after it so much.
Yeah.
London's a cool town. I like honestly, if I like cities that remind me of New York. So like I love Rome. Rome's like the OG New York.
Right.
It's fucking really cool.
How so? I don't think you're wrong. I've never been. How's it like New York?
It feels like, because back in the day it was like the
see
most
the Pope, you cocksucker.
Like the hub. It's like very fast moving.
Yeah, they were more advanced than everyone. They were just like, architecturally, technologically, they were way ahead of their time with everything.
That St. Peter's Basilica is bananas.
So
I think
cool.
about that all the time. I think about it all the time. Like the amount of work involved in making something that spectacular.
The Sistine Chapel's fucking nuts,
Insane.
dude. Michelangelo went blind painting it.
Yeah.
Like he was on scaffolding and like paint was just dripping into his eye and he started
Yeah.
going mad and fucking.
Oh God.
It's so cool. And the details, and he wasn't even a painter, which is the craziest thing. That wasn't by trade what he did. He was just a genius and could like emulate like that crazy ass art.
He could do anything. His sculptures were insane.
Yeah.
The fucking art in the Vatican too is nuts. When you're walking through the place, you're like, how much money is all this worth? Like, this is crazy.
It's the biggest art museum in the world, and I'm going again. I brought my son a few years ago on a father-son trip, and he was 8 years old. We did a 4-hour tour. We could have done an 8-hour tour. It was so cool. It was just never ending. Just every room was more awesome than the next. They had the big map room. Did you see that? They had like a map. It was like 150 feet wide, fucking however many feet tall, and it was 99% accurate. And whatever year it was that they made it, it was like, I don't know how, like hundreds and hundreds of years ago. 99% accurate, drawn by hand.
Crazy.
I can't even begin to tell you how. Like I have no idea how that could possibly be done.
Yeah,
Lewis swore to me today he was going to crowbar an art talk.
I did.
He said in the car, he goes, I bet I can get Joe to talk art.
How about their books?
I said, he's going to think it's gay. And he was like, I bet he doesn't.
It's funny that art would be gay. You know?
Yeah.
When you the books that they have too, they have a crazy library.
Yeah.
Like they probably have some books from the Library of Alexandria. They got tucked away in there.
Well, apparently, the deeper you go, like the more like exotic the shit is. There's like levels that you can only have access to if you're like a king or a fucking.
That's why I believe people are capable of hiding UFO information. That's why I believe people are capable of, because there are people capable of hiding all kinds of shit.
But what's you hiding England shit? No one gives a fuck.
Yeah, Jay
They're
hides his
actually.
herpes.
What are they hiding in their salt? Things for their food taste good.
The King's List.
Yeah,
This is when we had dragons.
but yeah.
Yeah, the history of dragons been stifled by
Jay
London.
doesn't travel. He won't go to other countries. I'm trying to get him to do shows like in the UK. Just
I mean, they have the internet.
well, you got to figure New York to LA is a 6-hour flight. New York to Amsterdam is a 7-hour
Can I
flight.
tell you something? I've done
It's really
everything.
close.
Everything I did overseas, I did probably, or most things I should say, probably a little young in comedy, and intimidated myself on the situations.
Well, it's because you're
that
poor,
I've
so
gone
you can't
back
go to like a
and-
nice restaurant or like you.
Well,
When
it's
you
not even
went,
that. When I was in South Africa, I was wealthy, dude. It's their money is garbage. But no, but I'm telling you, I've enjoyed some of the places when I've gone to them. It's just like I am such a regular idiot that I'm just like, I'm not going to understand the food. And then what am I going to plug my stuff into? Doesn't it explode if it's wrong?
dude, Amsterdam is so when
The
you go
TV
through like
blows.
when you walk through the red light district, like the places where you could buy like snacks, like they know how many. Dude, it's so funny. They have like hot dogs on like pizza buns. It's so for like dumb Americans to be like, oh, a hot dog on a pizza bun. You fucking just eat this terrible
Chocolate
shit.
taco.
Chocolate tacos are great.
Choco taco.
Chocolate tacos were fucking badass.
I get it, Jay. Why travel? Fuck it.
I follow the Kid Rock credo. Just try to get famous here. Let's just handle it here. This is the best place to be famous if you can get famous.
Yeah, who does it better than Kid Rock? He's got his
Nobody. The
audience
guy's really
dialed
figured
in.
it out.
Also, by gunning down that Miller Lite,
Bud Light.
Bud Light rather, that Bud Light thing, when he gunned down those cans, like that was like one of the craziest moments in economy. Like that fucking the Bud Light stock dropped like a rock. Like that moment when Kid Rock guns down the Bud Light.
Kid Rock, maybe, though, if we were going to appoint him something, it should be like the minister of beer. Like, he should be the person deciding what beer we should have. I'll accept that. Because his friendship with the president is hilarious.
It's funny.
And wacky. There's been no other thing like that ever. Do you know what I mean? You never found out, like, oh, Bill Clinton and Iverson kick it once in a while.
Right,
Like, that
right.
never happened.
Well, there was, what the fuck's his
Bobby
name?
Brown and fucking Joe Biden fucking golf and crush ass together.
What the fuck's his name that's friends with Kim Jong-un?
Rodman.
Rodman.
Yeah, Dennis Rodman.
Rodman goes over there and hangs with Kim Jong-un.
It's the best documentary. Did you ever see that documentary?
No.
Oh, treat yourself as soon as humanly possible to Dennis Rodman's Big Bang in Pyongyang.
Oh, boy.
It starts off as him going over there believing he's doing something diplomatic. And then they go, all right, so you're going to go home and gather up some players and come here. And the documentary filmmaker goes, on the flight back, when they were coming back now to North Korea, he goes, oh, I noticed from the last time that Dennis has started drinking again. And he was supposed to be like, stop drinking completely. And then the documentary takes off because it's just Dennis Rodman fucking up in North Korea for 2 hours. And so
no.
he first comes in drunkenly, starts bowing to everybody. It's not a bowing culture. So that's pretty hilarious. He treats the North Koreans like they're dolls. He'll like grab them and make them come sing karaoke and just points at them like while they sing. He just dominates the room and everyone's afraid of him and everyone hates him.
Oh, no.
It's one of the best documentaries. Is there a trailer for a trailer?
What a crazy thing to go hang out with a dictator.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, also,
Oh, you play basketball? Come on
Kim
over.
Jong-un also does not want much to do with Dennis Rodman.
What?
Like after his meltdown, he stiffs him. He like has Dennis Rodman meet him at his like chalet and then he's not there.
Whoa.
And then it's just Dennis Rodman crying. Is this the trailer? Oh.
We're here today for Dennis Rodman to make a historic announcement following his recent visit to North Korea.
The Ministry of Sports of the DPR Korea invites Mr. Dennis
I just realized how
Rodman
much
to return
influence
to
stylistically you take from Dennis Rodman, Jay.
Almost the same guy, a lot of people say.
Mr. Rodman is on a private trip, and our views about North Korea have not changed.
You know, you got the JCs, the Beyonce, stuff like that. None of these people in the world are doing what I'm doing.
I'm concerned, as many Americans are, about giving a birthday present to a man who is seen
Wait, pause
as
it for 1 second. Do you remember that interview on ESPN?
No.
So they had him and the players that agreed to play go on there, and he loses his mind, Dennis Rodman. But in the documentary, they show you the whole build-up to that, which is the guys meeting without Dennis Rodman. They're like, Dennis is a little off his rocker right now, and America's turning on us. We're going to do this interview with CNN while Dennis is asleep, hungover, and we'll just do it just us, and we'll be able to explain this better, that we're just trying to be diplomatic and do something here. And then Dennis Rodman wakes up and finds out they're doing that.
Oh, my
and he just
God.
barges on, and he just cuts a wrestling promo on this, and he's just slobber-filled
Let me
and
hear
makes
this.
no sense.
who just had his uncle executed.
I don't give a rat's ass what the hell you think. I'm standing here. Look at these guys. Look at them.
Oh, so great.
Do you have to let the Koreans win when you go over there?
Oh, it didn't matter. The Koreans did. The game was such nonsense. Like at first, it was the Americans versus them. Koreans kept up with them because they're good and they're giving a shit and trying. Dennis Rodman stops playing. He just changes out of his thing, and puts on street clothes, and goes and hangs out with
Kim
Kim Jong-il right away. And then he goes at halftime. He just goes, "Some people switch jerseys," and then he goes, "So we could play together." And he just has them play. He also has the audience try to sing along "Happy Birthday" to Kim Jong-un when he starts the game, and the audience doesn't know what he's singing, so they just start clapping too fast while he's singing. It's really, it's 2 fantastic hours of television. I recommend it highly.
Wow.
I love that kind of just brazen, not seeing it, what's happening around you. Like everyone's hating him, and he's just like, "I'm killing it." You can't believe how good he's doing.
That's great. So he doesn't go over there anymore?
No, well, I don't think so. I'm sure he still drinks, though. You stopped drinking. How is Protect Our Parks with no drinking?
It was fun.
And you're the
Yeah.
only one not drinking there.
Yeah.
But then at some point, aren't you wrangling 3
Yeah.
people who are blackout drunk.
But it's okay. I've been blackout drunk. I know what it feels like. It's not bad. It's just for health purposes. I was like, I work out so much and I take care of my body. Like, why am I poisoning it all the time? And I said, let me just take a break. And I just took a break, and I was like, God, why do I need it? I was like, what am I doing? Like, everybody's like, you want a drink? Yeah, let's have a drink. But sometimes you're just like, what? Is this like a force of habit? You know, have a drink every time I do a set, have a whiskey, have a shot before I go on stage. And
you feel like you're doing something. You feel bored when everyone else is drinking, but it's really like, I have way more energy. When I'm not drinking, I could stay up and like be present. Like I want to be in bed by 11 o'clock if I'm drinking or smoking weed.
Dude, I've had 3 months off and I haven't had one bad day. So I haven't had one day physically where I feel like shit. That has to be it.
Well, the other side is your metabolism. When I stopped drinking, I got really like just in incredible shape. And as you're getting older, like even just like whatever it does to like my metabolism, and everybody's different, but it was like a huge difference in terms of how I felt in the gym, how much I could run, how much I could lift.
It's fun. It's fun poison.
Yeah.
It's fun.
Well, my doctor said to me,
lit.
my doctor said those exact words. He was like, you're poisoning yourself. He was like, it's up to you. If you want to poison yourself a little bit, that's fine, or a lot. You know, that's okay too. But
that guy sounds fun.
Yeah, they were trying to say for a while that like
fun doctor.
His
one
name was
drink
not
a
Dr.
night.
Feelgood.
Remember they were trying to say for a while that one drink a night is probably good for you.
Oh, like a glass of red wine.
Yeah.
It's good for your heart.
You know what the
blood
problem with
thin.
that is? Aura rings. If you have an Aura ring, you wear one of those things, and then you have it one drink, you'll notice a difference in your sleep. It's significant. It's real. It's measurable.
Oh,
And if you have a
try not to
couple
track.
drinks,
I try not to track anything that's going to be bad news.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you should get a sleep study. He goes, why? To know for a fact that I die 27 times a night?
Yeah, isn't there like things you could do where you see a doctor and they're going to like be able to essentially predict within a couple of years of when you're actually going to die?
That's the Joe Rogan doctors.
probably.
I want to know, Joe, who's you send Bert to where they come and they put him in that machine like Luke Skywalker on Hoth, and they come out and they're like, if you never eat beans again, you'll live to 105.
Bert is going to need more than that. Every time I see him, he looks more like a grape. Like, settle down, boy. He's capable of doing it on his own, though. Bert has incredible willpower. Like, if Bert wants to, he can lose a lot of weight.
Maniac.
He just drinks so much.
It's part of his thing, you know. So I
part
feel
of
like
his
he
thing.
feels like I shouldn't put words in his mouth, but he was like, "Am I Bert Kreischer if I'm not getting fucked up and having fun with the fans like that?"
Like, if he does a show and he doesn't take his shirt off, people will boo.
Yeah, but he wants to take his.
paid to see tits.
I think he wants to
Come
take
on,
his shirt
Bert.
off, and they want it to come off.
100%.
Yeah.
I do too.
I think
do
I
too.
told
love
Bert-
it. I run to the balcony when he's about to take his shirt off.
Last time I
Because
did,
there's a big cheer, the pop when he
Yeah.
takes his shirt off. Everybody goes crazy. It's fun.
when I did Bert's podcast last time, I was like, stop letting everybody get in your head about like all these complaints are about Bert being the same person that we all are, and also who he is. But it's like now it's almost sudden like, you know, he worries about that shit. And I'm like, Bert, people want you to take your shirt off.
Bert's
and they want to
reading
hear
the
your stories about
comments.
your family. You're letting people go like, well, you don't do it like this person. It's like, well, you don't tell jokes like Mark Normand. You know, that's not what your thing is. So it's not a thing to worry about.
He reads the comments. That's the problem. You read the comments, he'll fuck with your head. Dude, no matter how mentally strong you are, if you're reading a bunch of opinions about you, it'll fuck with your head.
Yeah, and it's just like the same people who go onto Yelp and write reviews. It's just people that want to complain. So when you go onto social media,
Yes.
it's just like it feels like I have a pretty decent fan base. Like Legion of Skanks, we have a really like healthy fan base, and then there's like 30
they're
dudes.
not healthy,
No,
but-
not physically healthy. But there's like 30 dudes who hate me and want my son to die. And if you go onto Twitter, I'll just see that, and it does like fuck with you.
It's not good.
Yeah.
It's all 30 of his followers.
But there's a lot of crazy people out there, and there's also a lot of kids that just want to get a rise out of you. You know,
Right.
There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of people that want to fuck with your head, but it's almost all unhappy people, unfortunately.
I just learned very quickly, though, like the ones that I have responded to, even when I respond, like my thing was always to respond kind of funny. I'm not getting into fights.
Yeah.
Or so it'd be someone write like 2 paragraphs about how terrible I am, and I'd be like, you know, come on, Jimbo, you don't mean it. And then how much they write, I mean, without fail, almost 100% of the time, they're like, dude, just being a piece of shit, man. I had a crappy day. Love you, dude. Listen every day to whatever.
Well, you meet him in
It's
real
like-
life. Sometimes there's one guy who tweets at me almost every day where he says, Louis J. Gomez has lip fillers, and he's trying to get this to be a thing to catch on. And then like every day he's trolling me, and I'm like, this fucking guy. And like for maybe 2 years, Louis J. Gomez has lip fillers. He'll respond to everything. Other people tweet at me. It's like, just so you know, you're talking to somebody who has lip fillers. And I don't have lip fillers. I just have beautiful Puerto Rican lips. This guy showed
you
up
get
at a
little
show.
work done. You had a little work.
Dude, he showed up at a show in
Lip fillers are wild for a dude. That's wild.
he showed up at a
Get
show in
duck
Raleigh,
lips.
North Carolina with a t-shirt that said Louis J. Gomez has lip fillers. And then I was like, I should bite your fucking nose off your face. What are you doing? But he's just like, oh no, I'm a fan. Like, it's hilarious.
He's just being silly.
He's just being silly every day.
Being silly.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's part of the fun of being a fan.
Yeah.
You know,
No,
if
so
you
I
get a
noticed
rise out of you, it worked.
I know. So I steer
He
clear.
got you.
He's in the front row.
He got you. He got you.
I steer clear of the comment just because that. Yeah, it's like I don't know. I'd rather just meet people, and if they show up, I guess
They're so
fans.
sweet in person because Skankfest is like half of them are like people who are on Reddit and trolling. And you go to Skankfest and it is just thousands of people that are like, just love. Like,
Oh,
they
that's what
really
I say. Skankfest
fucking,
particularly, it's like, you know, they say how many times in your life you walked by a murderer. It's like how many times at Skankfest do I walk by, take a picture, and shake hands with somebody who was like, dude, you used to be good, but you suck dick at comedy now. Like, all right.
You're always going to get guys like that.
There was one guy who was a fan of ours in the old school when we were at the Creek Cave back in New York. There's a dude he used to wear black glasses, long black hair, and he was at every episode. He ended up murdering his mother.
Oh, Jesus.
Murdering his mother.
And then becoming great friends with Doug Stanhope after he murdered his mother.
Like a jail pen pal with Stanhope.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was pretty funny. He when he got out, he's out. He like lives in like a halfway house type thing now because it was a mental issue that he did that.
Which is
he killed
like,
his mom.
Clearly.
If you
Still
kill
seems
your
strange.
mom, well, you know, she might have been a bitch.
She'd have to do something really bad.
Yeah, if you kill your mom, I feel like I don't care. Yeah, obviously you have mental issues.
Yeah,
I don't like.
Yeah, but he was in the
Filed
like,
that
but he had
under
that when he
duh.
called us. He described that it was like he thought she was like a demon that he had to stop before she got out in the world. Like he went crazy.
But I still feel like you should lock that guy up.
You guys
Listen,
been paying attention to the BJ Penn stuff?
He's like losing it, right?
BJ Penn claims that his family are imposters, that someone has kidnapped his family and replaced them.
Oh yeah, that's a very.
Yeah,
Isn't it funny when they hit the with mania and manic shit like that, and bipolar with those kind of things? Like they really like they're textbook. That if you look it up, because I've looked it up before, you look it up, it's texting one sentence at a time, like a newfound thing in like religion and like being serious about it. All of a sudden, like it's always been that way, and weird. And they always have those things. That's one of them too. Like everyone's fake.
Right.
Everyone in my life has been replaced with somebody else. Like called something particularly.
Some of them think they have a chip in their head and people are talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's very,
there's
very-
a lot of that. A lot of that is they have a chip in their head.
Well, this guy who killed his mom and Doug Stanhope became friends with, Doug was doing a Zoom Skanks one time episode with us, and he had that guy call in. And, we were asking him kind of about what happened, and he was, he gave a very compelling story. And when we were saying goodbye to him, he goes, he goes, I just remember this. He goes, I just want to say, when I was going through all that horrible stuff and the last several years that have been so difficult and terrible and my family hating me, but I still always, man, I listen to you guys and laugh, and I just want to say that I love you guys. And I was like, well, I think I speak for the group when I say, phew. Because we all are aware of what you'll do if you feel someone is a problem. So
Yeah, or a demon.
yeah, or possibly a demon.
Yeah. So the point is, we have some great fans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they once murdered their
what
mom
you guys are doing
on
is-
record.
you guys are doing something really fun. You're getting all the misfits together, and you're celebrating comedy. It's like a real comedy, like a comics festival. Like the comics look forward to it. Everybody loves it. Everybody talks so highly of it. And everybody says the vibe is so fun because they just go there to see, like, people were real upset when Louis C.K. started to come back into the public eye.
Yeah.
But one of my favorite moments is when he went up at Skankfest. They didn't know he was going to be there.
That was the
goes on
first time he
stage.
performed in America after he got canceled.
It was awesome.
Yeah,
It was
and
awesome.
it was wild. And what's beautiful about the fans, they're educated comedy fans, so we didn't even have to tell them to not pull out their cell phones.
Yeah.
Not a single person took video. Not a single person like, oh, this
Well,
is
they
my
definitely
opportunity.
did because I watched the video.
I took
No,
that.
that's-
No.
that's Louis.
Just
You?
I
Okay.
took that video of
Okay.
Justin Silver announcing, ladies and gentlemen,
that's
special
great.
guest. And I didn't take any of his set. It was just him walking on a stage, standing ovation. It made TMZ. It was fucking really cool. I mean, I was a pig in shit. I went outside. I got emotional. I was like, that was fucking so cool.
That's cool.
What was really neat about what's funny about that moment was I was with Soder, Dan Soder, and I was like, you want to come outside? I'm going to smoke a joint outside. He goes, yeah, sure. And as we were just walking through that room, I wasn't even thinking about it. He goes, oh, he goes, we should watch Louis come on real quick. And I'm like, oh yeah, sure. Like I didn't overthink of the moment you were about to watch was so crazy.
It was really,
awesome.
it was really cool. Like that was
is cool.
That was like one of the coolest moments at the festival. That and then the Tough Crowd. We did a Tough Crowd reunion at Skankfest in Brooklyn a few years ago. And just having everybody from Tough Crowd get together and
That's awesome.
yeah, Colin being at the head of it. That was awesome.
That was one of the best shows ever.
He should just make it a podcast. It would be a huge podcast.
100%. I wonder if he has the name. If he owns the name.
I think he
Tough
does.
Crowd. Well, then he should definitely do
I
it.
think he does. I think he just doesn't want to.
I think, well, it might be something that someone needs to offer it to him and put it together. Like if someone like
It could be something. If you said it, he'd be like, "I never even thought of that until this moment." Seriously,
No,
right?
a lot of people have. He's been approached with it.
He was great at the club. He was at the club a couple weeks ago.
He's awesome.
Colin's awesome.
He was great. All the comics that worked there, they all like lined up to watch him.
I mean, he's a real he's just such a pro.
It's also
and for
his
so long, so
material so interesting.
Yeah.
He's such an interesting guy.
Well, he does the one-man shows.
Yeah.
That are fantastic.
The last time I did a Tough Crowd, he warmed up the crowd, and so he's doing stand-up in front of the crowd, and he was fucking murdering. I'm like, this is way better than even Tough Crowd. Like, he's one of the most underrated guys of all time.
Yeah.
All us comics know how funny he is.
He's like a real comics comic, and every he's like in the top 3 for. It's like a tell. Like he's there. It's always like top 3 for every comedian.
It was also though that place was like the Shark Tank though for something. When they got that fan, I never felt bad for somebody more in my life when they had him on there. And the only segment that was produced of Tough Crowd, you remember, was the last one. You had to write and give them like the whatever your little rant was going to be about the
You
final
did it
topic.
once, right?
I did it once.
Yeah.
About that final topic. That was the only homework you had to do at all. And that fan was clearly going to do something about his mother and do the voice or something. And Patrice, right before he was about to do his 4th segment thing, he goes, "Hey, let's see if you can do 2 minutes without doing your mom accent."
Oh,
and then,
no.
And then Voss and all those guys just started pouncing on him. And then he just had to go hey, you guys. So my mother called me. Like, oh, you had to do it still.
That's all we prepared.
Ooh,
but it was like an OG podcast before podcasting was podcasting. Like just a bunch of comics sitting around, just barking at each other,